Good morning, good morning. It is Ty, the LinkedIn guy, and a Friday here in Tokyo, Japan. Ready for the weekend, everybody? I hope so. So today, what I want to talk about is something that can have immediate feedback and immediate impact on your LinkedIn profile. And yesterday I had a coaching call, and one of my new members said, how important is the photo? It is so important. Now, talking from experience, I hate taking photos. I hate being in photos. I don't like being in video. I know you think I'm really suave and charismatic, and but I don't. I just don't like it, and that's, self-confidence issues because, I'm a fatty and I like to eat, and the result of not eating and exercising. So I understand, like, taking photos and being in photos. Some of us just really, really hate it. However, on LinkedIn, it is really vital. I see so many people that have company logos, that have some kind of background, just have some kind of image, they have animation, they have a cartoon, that is destroying conversion on your LinkedIn. So there's a couple of stats I want to kind of throw at you, and this comes from LinkedIn itself. So they say that having a profile photo, you get 20 times more profile views, 21 times more profile views. You get 9 times more connection requests. 9 times more connection requests. And you get 40 times more likely to be offered opportunities, especially if you're like, an employee and you're on LinkedIn for a job. 40 times more likely. Now, what's really interesting for me, though, is that I did some of my own research. I did some heat mapping on some people, and I also saw I got inspired from that from a survey I saw maybe like 6 years ago, where they did some heat mapping as well. And it absolutely rings true. The first thing people look at on your LinkedIn is your photo. And in fact, about 18 to 20% of the time that they're looking at a profile, they are looking at your photo. 20%, up to 20% of your time. They're sitting there looking at the photo. So those that don't have a photo, those that don't have them, they have a logo, they have just lost the ability to connect and to have influence. Because just think, with your friends, when there's a group photo and they take a photo of you and they come back to show you camera, what's the first thing you do? Straight away you look for yourself, right? You look at the photo, then you look at the other people and you're like, okay, cool. So we all do it. The human face is so important to other humans. It's just, it's embedded in us, it's in our DNA. The idea of looking at the human face and seeing if they're friend or foe, that is still just such a humane, or a human, not humane, a human and factor that we just can't escape from. So on LinkedIn, here's a couple of tips that I want you to think about that I've seen get results, and I want to give you a tool that can help if you're thinking, well, I don't really know which photo to use. Have you A/B tested your photos? Have you done that? Because A/B testing your photos can really, really help. And there is a tool I'm going to share. If you haven't been to Photofeeler, I highly recommend using Photofeeler. Okay, photofeeler.com. And simply what you do is you upload your photo. And, you can upload to, I think it's like $9 to get like a minimum of 40 votes or something like that. And you'll get scored. You select it for business. You can do it for other social media, for dating sites or whatever. But if you put your photo in and you select business, it goes out to the world, and people will give you a score. And it's ranked on competence, likability, and influential. So if you have a couple of photos and you are not sure which one, then go in there and put it up. If you're kind of interested in what people are thinking about your profile photo now, go and put it up and see. You may be shocked. that could be something that cracks the code for you. That the thing that's missing, maybe your profile has been turning people off. Like your photo literally may be turning people off, and that is not a stretch of the imagination and a scare tactic. That's reality. That's reality. So I highly recommend A/B test your photos. A/B test your photos, especially for on LinkedIn, because as I said, 18 to 20% of people, or of the time that they're looking at a profile, they're looking at your LinkedIn photo, and they're going to hang around on that for up to 20% of the time. And it is the first thing people look at. The first thing people look at. Now, with photos, what they recommend, and they've done some testing, and I've looked at the research, try to do the photo where it's at least waist up or from kind of chest up. Avoid full body shots. Avoid just the headshot. I see some of that where like the circle is just around here. Avoid just headshots. Don't do that. Smile and show the teeth, the pearly whites. Don't be like big open-eyed and all kind of doll-like. People don't find that endearing for LinkedIn. They call it, they say you should squint a little bit. They call it the squinch. I think it's called the squinch, yeah. The squinch. It shows a little bit more, if you've got wide open eyes and stuff like that, it can be seen as kind of vulnerable, and it takes away from authority. So have a bit of a squint in the eye, they recommend. And they absolutely recommend, the open mouth smile with the teeth. Looking eye contact into the camera. Now, backgrounds, you can have some kind of background if it's not too distracting, but usually, some kind of plain background, something that you're standing out. Certainly white is generally the best for that. And kind of dress, a little bit more formally than you would normally dress just on every day, especially if you're in a B2B service provision kind of business. It's good to go that way. And really good lighting and everything. Like, just go and spend the money. These iPhones and stuff like that, they're such great quality now that you can get a good shot down by someone. But go a little step up, a little bit more, maybe semi-professional photographer to get some of those shots done. But absolutely, guys, do not overlook it. Do not be lazy with it. And, as I said, I hate doing photos, and I've got one on there now. I'm not happy with it myself. I'm going to, I keep on saying, when I get fit and lose some weight, I'll do another photo. It's not going to happen. So I've got to, double down and get some photos done. I know. But I just want to tell you that the importance, those stats before, they're really, really powerful. So don't waste the opportunity to have immediate impact, and don't just go from your feeling like, oh, I like that shot of me. Put it in photofeeler.com. Again, just to show you, photofeeler.com, and get the data, get the data. You can see, you might see that, wow, this photo it blows away those 3 scores, it just blows another photo away. So bring the data, not the drama, as my coaches would say. So there you go. That's a quick little hack for you, and the absolute importance of a good photo on your LinkedIn profile. Don't use your company logo. Don't use an animation. Don't use a cartoon of you. Nothing like that. Just get in there and follow some of those techniques that I just told you about. All right. That's it for me. Just a quick one today, but I'll see you later.